Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome to the introductory episode of our brand new live stream series here on the channel, cracking open Hockey Legacy Manager 26, finally at long last. And at long last, as many of you have been suggesting over the last few years for NHL series, we'll be doing a Draft to Glory series with the Palermo Portobellos in an expansion draft series. So it's going to be a little bit different than the usual expansion draft. We're not going to be drafting with the intention of building a team. We're going to be drafting with the intention of just taking the worst possible team, because every single player that we have in this lineup is going to be from our own drafted amateur drafts. Now, in NHL, I find it's a little bit too easy to do a draft to glory because too many elite players are found not only later on, but let go by the AI. The other teams are not competing against you for those players. In HLM, yes, those elite players might be found later, but there are other teams that might take those reaches as well. So it's a brand new series, Draft to Glory, and it's here on Hockey Legacy Manager 26. Getting into it, ready to go right here. For the first time, we've been waiting for a while. We got the guide video out as well, but I've been really trying to figure out what would the idea of this series be. A lot of the channel members have been discussing it. Another reason to be a channel member in the channel, a couple bucks a month, and a lot of perks for you, such as deciding what this series is going to be. A lot of you excited in the chat. Glad to have some excitement in here. Thank you very much. Buongiorno, signor Data. Buongiorno. Buonasera, actually. Go Portobellos. Chickadee, welcome aboard. What up, Data? Go Bells, currently at the Doodle desk. Yeah, working on some logos behind the scene. Mamma mia, what a series. Dan, welcome to the stream, buddy. So, ciao, paisans. Here we go. We're going to get the Italian going. I'm half Italian. We had our FIFA series with the Trapani Calcio back on FIFA like 20. Now, here we are, the Palermo Portobellos. Buonasera a tutti. Sono Data e sono pronto. Here we go. What are thoughts on the Habs struggles? Oof, that could be a whole other stream, my friend. Got to get healthy. So let's get into it. It's the introductory episode, so not a ton to do, but we will go through the settings and get through year one, because the series will actually begin after the 2026 offseason, or in the 2026 offseason, I should say. 2025-26 itself will not be much because we haven't been able to draft anybody, unless we can go back to the 2025 offseason. Let's find out. So we're using RSB's most recent rosters, and we're going to go to expansion draft. Portobello, welcome everybody. Some of our channel members getting in here. Mr. Brian Michaelak, hello, hello. Grazie, prego. What are your plans for the Canucks in? I can't tell you that. That's top secret, my friend. Fin10, welcome. Glad to have so many of you in here, especially from the sim leagues that I'm in. That's another great reason to be involved in HLM, and not as much until GM Connection comes out with EA NHL. But anyways, so we're not going to be controlling any of these teams. We want to, actually, I need to maybe just choose one right now. Is that what it is? Let's just say I choose whatever, Washington Capitals. Sure. Advanced options, I don't think we need to do anything here. No. Well, no, because, yeah, we're going to be adding the team via the expansion. So the NHL expansion team, let me scroll down here. We have also our AHL, our ECHL. Let's go all the way down to P for the Palermo Portobellos. Look at that logo. I'm going to play around with the team colors a little bit. Let me know on that. You'll see the logo on the thumbnail of this video, but I'm playing around with the colors and everything. RSB notes in his community about just player min-max to conform to his rosters. Might be important to do that, but not sure. Gotcha. We can always make, that's the great part about this, about HLM, because you can always adjust so much. The AHL affiliate, the channel members voted on this one as well. It's going to be the, let me see if I can find them here. Where are they? Bakersfield, Baltimore. Are they not here? Did I do something wrong? Hold on, because the ECHL team is here. I just saw them. The ECHL team we're going to be having is here. The Rome Raptors. That's our, oh, it's an O? It's an O? Sorry, what people said, oh, what's the O mean? Wait, was I looking at, wait, what? I was looking at BA. What's wrong with me? It's BO, not BA. I'm the Italian guy here. Wow, that was shameful. My apologies. BOL. That was really bad. My bad. Okay, Bologna, the Bologna Bolognas. That was really my bad. Sorry. The Bologna Balonies. Here they are. Okay, that's the AHL team. And then finally, the ECHL team, the Rome Raptors. Yikes. Don't show that one to my family. Rome Raptors. Good. The Palermo Portobellos added as an expansion draft team. There you go. Welcome aboard, everybody. Second letters and oh, yeah, that's really my bad. Helping RSP update his rosters too, making some minor tweaks. So be sure to stay tuned to that. Now let's bring that cup to Italia. Forza Italia. Absoluma. That's French. But yes. Veramente, veramente. Tried making a logo for the Rome Centurions, but Gemini did not help. It's all right. We used some AI. I'm not going to lie about that. If anyone wants to help make a logo, I'd gladly take it, but I'm not going to pretend that I have a staff working for me in the background. So Palermo Portobellos, Bologna Balonies, and Rome Raptors as our organization. Okay, that's good. No, I don't want to remove them. I want to continue. Thank you. Okay, so from here, Palermo will be... here they are. The Palermo Portobellos are in the Metropolitan Division. I guess we put them in the Atlantic? I don't know. Welcome aboard, everybody. I don't know. Do we put them in the Atlantic? How do we move around the divisions? You know, would they be a Western Conference team? I don't think so because they are, more towards. If we're thinking East Coast into Europe, they're not quite at the edge of Europe, but not like they're in Asia either. New member to the channel as well, Movie Trailer King, aka Avalanche, who made this thumbnail and is a huge part of the sim leagues that I'm in. Welcome aboard, my friend. I'll go ahead and call you Avalanche, right? Movie Trailer King, new channel member, a new certified bellow, and perks coming to you as well in Discord server. Thank you very much for joining in. Can't wait to get you in there too. How many HSL guys we have in here? A good bunch. Thank you, Hobbsy, for all the work you did behind the scenes for the logo. Aren't the AGM's AMGS staff in the background? Yes, they're there. Might as well go Pacific. Don't want all of our series. True, we don't want all of our series being in the East. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll put them in the West, even though it might not make as much sense. It's not making sense going to Europe anyways. So Palermo, we're going to move you... edit division configuration. We're going to move Palermo to the Pacific. So it'll be Anaheim, Calgary, Edmonton, LA, Palermo, San Jose, Seattle, Vancouver, Vegas. And then the Central stays the Central, right? We're on board for that. Hey, thanks. This is really, I'm really touched at all the kind support in here. Thank you, everyone. So we'll probably do that, huh? Okay, so I'm just reading the chat on the side at the same time. Appreciate the patience. So we'll leave the Eastern conferences as they are. Done. Advanced options now. We could add an Eastern Conference expansion team to balance things out in the future. Yes. Okay, no problem. In theory, be the easternmost and the westernmost. Yeah, that makes sense. AHL alignment. We'll keep the Bologna Balonies. We'll move them to the Pacific as well, I suppose. The Bologna Balonies go there. And in the ECHL, the Rome Raptors will go to, there's North, South, Central, and Mountain. Wichita. Just stay in the North then. We're in the North. North is good. Okay, that's done. And we are taking over Palermo. Good. Start career. Whew, that took some time, but thank you. That's why episode number 0 is necessary. Okay, commissioner mode, controlling every team at once. Don't want to do that. How many leagues are we going to have active? That's a great question. Which ones we want active? So AHL, QO, Dub for sure. ECHL, yep. Probably NCAA as well. KHL, yes. Do we want to have SHL, Liga, all of these? Those are the ones that might slow down the sim a little bit more, plus aren't super necessary to us. So Slovakia, the NL, DEL, the ELH, yeah. Probably take all these out, right? Unless anyone who's really into it. Under 10 for best sim speed. Yeah, so that keeps it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Under 10 for best sim speed, yeah. And turn off. Yeah, we're not going to turn commissioner mode on either. So that'll be a bit better for the sim speed if everyone's okay with that. And Fintan, a new member as well. Fintan, if you're on the Discord server, hop in, link in the description. There's some perks waiting for you there. Thank you. Another certified bellow on board here in the channel. Growing the community more. Love that. Thank you very much. I'm touched, my friends. Thank you very kindly. I love the support that we're hearing out here for HLM as well. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see it, Dabrowski. Okay, so that's that. Commissioner mode, leagues active, all that. Maybe change nationality distribution to create more Italian players. I would love that. Yeah, we'll get to that in the settings. Okay, next up, general. We're not going to go too crazy with these. Imperial system, salary cap, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Autosave, preseason waivers. High potential, no. High ratings, no. Detailed ratings, yeah, I do like that. Scoring. Now, this might be where some of you come in here as the more experienced HLM players. I have always been one to have scoring, shot frequency, all these kind of in the middle. Family member success rate, always a probability. I move that up to high to have fun storylines. And playoff parity, I keep it normal because low gives more chances. Yeah, because I want more of that, random. It's not just the best team will win necessarily type of thing. Only NHL game with KHL is 09. Did not know that. 3-2-1 point system. I mean, because we're doing an expansion, but we're also still in the NHL, right? So I'm not saying no, but do we want to go so far that we're also like changing the rules of the league? Or, it's totally up to all of you. The AGMs are the ones who decide. If you're new to the series, new to the channel, the AGMs are the one who decide what we do. I'm here to make it happen. I'm here to add my input. I might have the final say, but your comments on YouTube and the Discord server and all that, and in the live streams, of course, that is what matters when it comes to decision making. I think the default's fine here myself for scoring. All right, I'm going to keep this. If everyone's okay, I'm going to keep things like that. My nationality, I'll put it as Italian. Maybe that'll change something, right? So just for fun, I'll put Italy, even though I am a proud Canadian. But the NHL should change it too, right? Yeah. All right, that's for general. Data, no pun intended. Retired players, lineup history, inbox history. I can just go down a little. Inbox history can be 2 years. Lineup history, 10 years maybe? How long you want to keep the alignment history data? Maybe even 20, but 30, I don't know about that. I probably won't get that far. And retired players, yeah, keep them. Yeah, 20 years is good. Awesome, Fintan. I'll make sure to get you in that role as soon as the stream is done. That'll give you access to the exclusive channel member channel in the server, which is where we're asking questions behind the scenes. All right, use edited players, use created players, generated names, randomize every player name. No. In-game roster editor allows the editing of player attributes during a career. I mean, I don't think we're going to have to do that. Generate created player faces. Yes, a generated face to each created player. Thank you very much. Retired players as staff. Yes. Roster stats. Yes. Retired stats. Relative ratings. No. Player specialties. Yes. Years of draft picks. How many years of draft picks are available each year? I think 4 makes sense. You don't really see teams trading beyond that. I think 4 is okay. I think that's the right one. All right. Roster now. Oh, sorry. That's what I just did. Now to inbox and notifications. Let's see. General notifications, yes. Contract, trade alerts, champion notification, waivers, yes. Minimum waiver overall, nobody. Let me know. I want everybody. I want to know everyone who's on waivers. You never know when something might surprise you. Okay. Only positive value. No, I want to see everybody. Let me know. Minor injury action. If a player suffers a minor injury, yeah, notify me. I run this team. You're going to notify me. Blah, blah, blah. NHL injury notification, AHL injury notification, yeah. But I don't run all these. Like, do I need to turn all these off? I don't think so, right? Because like my player's in that league, then fine, notify me. So I think that's okay. Next up, trades. Auto trade, auto AI trade, yes. Force the AI to accept. No. But can I turn on force trade to have the possibility of trades? Control Italy in World Juniors and World Cup. I'd like to do that. Yeah, I'll see whatever we can do as much as possible. A waiver to glory. That must be tough. Do we need waivers if it's a draft to glory? Oh, true. Good point. I don't mind just seeing it for the storyline, though. But yeah, we won't claim. That's true. We're not claiming anybody on waivers. But just to see, oh, wow, like storyline, this guy's on waivers. We could do that just for fun. We won't be taking anybody. So we'll turn force trade on just in case there's ever an emergency. I don't think I've ever used it in a series, but just to have it there. Hide value, no. Confirm trade. AI factor. Needs LA teams to decline trade on based on their need. Of course, yes. Will we even be trading? We could trade picks. Yeah, we could. Well, that's a good point as well. We might be trading picks. Italian players only. If we get to a point that we're that far, that would be amazing. Yeah, we'll have some house rules like that. Like we could trade picks, but not any players. Well, I mean, we could trade players for picks. We're not going to be acquiring players, is what I'm trying to say. Turn balanced prospect generation off. Yeah, we'll get to that. Thank you very much. We will. Trade deadline duration, if we go into it even. Trade difficulty can go to the hardest. I like that challenge. And save trade progress. We'll make an offer and return later with the progress for the trade. Yes. Okay. Done. Next to contracts. Yeah, trading players away. Yeah. Auto sign players, no. Auto no. Force sign, no. Update lineup on contract size. Sure. Contract clauses, yes. Generated free agents. Let the game occasionally generate quality players in free agency. We're not signing anybody in free agency anyways, but why not? Throw them out there. Free agency event, keep it on, sure. Salary demands could be normal. And it's going to be, let's say, more influenced, maybe in the middle of overall in production, not just overall. Let's have overall in production. Maybe even more to one side of production. What do we think about that? Under development, turn off balanced prospect generation. It makes development boring. Gotcha. Thank you very much. For salary influence, we're thinking overall in the middle in production or more towards production. That's what I hate in EA land, where you have, these 90 overalls who don't produce and they want, yes, it's influenced by their production. They want less, but they still want a ton. I'll keep it in the middle and you can come back if anybody has anything to say about that. Staff salary caps, yeah, specialties. Okay, staff experience gain rate, salary demands. Keep that in the middle. That's okay with me. Development. All right. Balanced prospect generation. We'll turn that off. So when active, the simulation will try to keep the same amount of players per rating each year. This has an impact on the progression of young players who have not reached their potential. So we'll keep that turned off. Maybe player development up to get young guys in the league faster. Sure. Yeah, we could turn it up in terms of the speed. We could do that. So training enabled, yes. Auto-focus training. Now we'll do that ourselves. Prospect development. Do we want it to be a little bit higher just for the sake of we need to, these are all of our players. So let's have, whether or not it's working, let's have the speed be increased. What do we think about this? This is where some of the experience of you HLMers are going to come in. Regression age for everybody, probably at like 33-ish, 33 probably. Goaltenders, let's make it 34. Let's make it 33 for everybody else. And for the overall, so is it a PC game or a browser? It's PC. Yeah, PC. iOS, Android. I'm playing on my Mac right now. Free to play, free to download. Pro version is $5, and it is well worth it. If you're paying $100 for EA NHL, potential level here is where RSB gives his advice to match his. It gives advice to match his. So what does he say exactly? I'm not sure. So development will turn maybe one notch higher just for fun. We can always play around with this if we have to, right? I'm not sure if we can come back. So franchise, that's the appropriate minimum and maximum overall rating for each potential level. I don't mind these levels unless we have to change them because of RSB's rosters. Elite 88 to 92, franchise 94 to 99. How come it's 88 to 92? And then wouldn't this be 93 at franchise? What? Elite 88 to 93? On a Mac, yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call myself a gamer on my Mac. It's just that it's on my Mac. So 94, 99, 88, 93, 85, 87, 81, 84, 76 to 80, 73, 77. Yeah. You have a screenshot of it? I mean, you could, send me a message or even just put it in the channel members thing in the Discord. I'll pull that up here. Either in the channel members or in a DM. Yeah, that would work. So if we match that, we'll make sure we're doing everything right for the settings here in this introductory episode. It might not be, super exciting to go through all the settings, but it sets us up for success. And then in episode 1, when we actually start drafting the players who will be on our team, who are our cornerstones of the future, that'll be a fun time. But first, got to get there. Should Elite be 88 to 93 or 88 to 92? Then franchise 94. Yeah, because franchise can't be it to everybody who comes around. Let's see this here from RSB. Just looking at some of the comments in the chat. Yeah, we had a couple new channel members this stream so far. Super exciting to see the community growing. special rules for you in the Discord server and perks for you as well for created players coming in the EA NHL series, new live stream series coming soon in EA land as well. So both in HLM and EA NHL 26, new series coming your way. This one here being tonight. And then hopefully by the end of November, we'll have the next one out. Just so that's going to take a lot of prospect creation because there are like 30 some created prospects who are getting added. So that's going to just take a little bit of time. Okay, we'll come back to that one whenever Cagney has a chance to send me the screenshot. Enable injuries, yeah, for sure. Career-ending injuries, let's turn that to low for career-ending injuries. Frequency could go to the middle, or is that too much? I'm not as experienced with whether or not that's like too much. Like we see in EA NHL, like 15 on 100 is already too much. Is there an Italian league in RSB's roster? I didn't even realize that. Okay. I was about to say, yeah, Cagney sent me some football stats. That's the wrong one. That's injuries. Tournaments, World Cup every 4 years, World Junior every year. Team Control World Cup. Yeah, let's control Italy for the World Cup as well as Italy for the World Juniors. Come on now. That's for tournaments. The draft now, most important thing. Position distribution. I have no problem just keeping that all in the middle. Original draft picks. No, we want however the universe is with teams having traded their picks. Prevent undrafted players from re-entering future drafts. No, that's fine. Draft speed. Something like that. I don't want to go by too quickly. The Alps Hockey League, is that it is? Oh, wow. Every 2 years for World Cup? Sorry, did I say every 4 years? Sure, every 2 years? Why not? Let's have some fun. Thank you, Cagney. So going back to development here. Added Florida's missing comes okay. Here's the custom rating system I'm using in my roster. It's come up that you need to add the system yourself in the settings. So we'll go ahead and do that. So 94 to 99, 89 to 93, 84 to 88. Let me fix that. 80 to 84. Then 75 to 79. 72 to 75. Thank you for this. 67 to 72. Oops. 67 to 72. 60 to 67. 50 to 60. All right, RSB. We're going to listen to you. No problem. Thank you, Cagney. Wonderful. DBCNF, welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad you can make it in for our first HLM's stream of this new series. Hey, it's a pleasure. If I can be the HLM streamer that the community doesn't have, it is an absolute pleasure. It's a spot that has been neglected in the market. All right, so back to the draft, finishing this off here. So draft speed, extra rounds, set how many additional drafts of players will be generated. So if there's 7 rounds of players, how many rounds are being generated? So 8 rounds of players being generated for 7 rounds of picks, 9, 10. So let's say 10 rounds are being generated and 7 are being drafted. That leaves us like 90, whatever, 99 extra players, okay? Set the amount of draft class generated in advance. Let's do 4 years in advance. And draft class quality. In the middle is okay. It's going to require us to do some work here. World Cup impact, you better believe. That was very important, I'm certain. So great. I'm glad I did that. Okay. And visual doesn't really matter for us here. Postseason recap, potential, and text. Oh, yes. I did want to see this. Thank you. Points per game I care about. Shots, shooting percentage I like to see. Blocks, hits. Game-winning goals, not as much. Plus, minus. Time on ice, face-off percentage, Corsi for percentage, game score per game. What's that? Game score per game. Am I forgetting something? Penalty minutes, power play goals. I'll put power play points, sure. Game score per game. Yeah, we could definitely change up. Just like an EA NHL, we could change up quality of the draft as the years go on, for sure. I think it's an aggregated rating of some kind. Okay, I did not know that. So I'm going to take it out because if I don't really know what it is, there's no point. And for the goalies, shutouts, goals saved above average, game score per game can take out, and record. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Active leagues we chose. And now we're ready just like that. It took a little bit of time, but here we go. Ready to start up our new Draft to Glory Palermo Portobellos franchise mode, career mode series, whatever you want to call it, here in HLM 26. So yeah, the screen, I know there's a little bit of black there on the left and the right of your screen. Maybe I need to play around with this with the edges of something of some sort on the computer, but that's probably something like the stats shown on those game cards after games. I guess. All right, and now here we are at the expansion draft. So no, we can't begin in the 2025 offseason, huh? That's unfortunate. So unless Dabrowski had told me something. Am I forgetting what Dabrowski said here? Dabrowski told me it's directly under when you click new. New where? Anyways, we'll just go through it from here, and we're taking the worst players possible because we just want to not the worst players in terms of value, as well like lowest overall players, I'm trying to say, because we're going to build from the draft itself. Hey, in Italian, yes, of course. Dabrowski, you had said click new somewhere in that DM you had sent me. I got confused, I guess. All right, so low overall players with 1 year left would be ideal. So Carey Price, welcome aboard. Alex Pietrangelo, 2 years left. No, not going to do that. We might have to hit the salary cap minimum though, huh? Anyways, just taking the lowest overall guys. All with 1 year left. Even if these guys grow or whatever else, we will not be playing them beyond what we have to get through year one, or like in the actual series. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't take that guy. Unpick this guy. Draft board. I can't unpick someone? Oh, that's too bad. My bad. When you boot, okay, well, yeah, we're beyond that now, I guess. 6 left wing, 2 centers, right winger. Okay. Keep it coming. Studnicka. What a team we're going to have here in year one. Brisebois, Guillaume Brisebois. Lucchini, there you go. Got a good Italian boy in here. Did I draft? Wait, where's Pietrangelo? Mate, what's wrong with me? I didn't draft him though. Why is he not there anymore then? What's this action? No. Never did an expansion on HLM, so forgive me. Hodgson. I won't take Sean Farrell. So much potential. Higher overall. Brisebois. There you go. I believe you took a Golden Knight switch. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. Of course. Vinny Letteri. Hey, Vinny. Kumba. Anderson. Don't anyone. Yeah, I want guys who aren't with any types of potential anywhere. Okay, and that's the team. There are all 32 selections, starting with Carey Price. Love it. Probably shouldn't have taken some of these guys here, like Oscar Olesen, but whatever. These guys are gonna go to free agency anyways once they're done with us. Yeah, no, absolutely not. That's what. Yeah, we're going hardcore. You're not even gonna take expansion guys and trade them 4 picks. No, we're not. Just the draft itself. Yeah, that would be an idea. Like, oh, look, like Luke Hughes is available. Wow, let's take him and trade him back to New Jersey for a first. No, draft to glory and exit. Right there, you go. So what a depth chart that's going to be for us, right? Here's the team. I guess we need more defensemen probably, but we'll just get whatever from free agency. It really doesn't matter. All right, so from here, we're going to sim through year one and get to the draft. That's for sure. We'll hopefully win the draft lottery. Let's sim to the preseason and see what the universe has for us. All right, in a thrilling turn of events, the 2025 expansion draft has reached its conclusion, setting the stage for a new era in our league. Here's a comprehensive recap of the key selections made by the expansion teams. So Carey Price, etc., etc. Scouting, yeah, that's true. We'll do scouting, yeah. Good point. We'll sim to the year, but do scouting. All right, so let's go to our scouting staff. We're all in on the scouting staff. Pascal Leclerc, love it. Who's this? Jim Carrey? Okay, so yeah, scouting and drafting and all that we gotta definitely care about. So for the scouts, actually, let me back out here for a second and go to the staff. Oh no, I can't go to scouting yet, can I? Wait, yeah, we passed the 7th. And Bryce is hurt. Have one goalie. Yeah, we'll take whoever we need in free agency. Where's it in prospects? No. Where's the binoculars? Is it not here on the screen yet? I guess not. Okay, there's no scouting to be done. Now, for the scouts, who's out here? Some guys who are 13 in overall. Yeah, okay, so let's fire a couple of these guys here. Let's fire a couple of these guys, and then we'll see how that fixes, what that leaves us with. So scouts, let's get the top-rated guys. Offer declined. I don't think so. Here's $400K. Here's an extra $100,000. $100,000 makes someone listen up, you know? Offer declined. Yeah. You want to perk your ears up a little bit? That's what I thought. Do I see Pascal Leclerc as our head coach? Yes, you do. We won't get complete scouting until at least year 2 or 3. You need 15 at least to get full scouting. Yeah, so we're going to have to just make do, but at least getting some guys out of here who aren't like these 8 overall guys. Let's get these guys out. All right, what would we need here? So Canada, we have a couple of 16s. USA, a couple of 14s, 3 14s, even Sweden, 1 14. Finland, Russia. I mean, we're well-rounded enough. Sound like a dog there. Let's look for some names. Some 12 overall guys. Patrick Eliash, don't mind if I do. Actually, he's a head scout. Oh, actually, I think I may have already signed some head scouts, right? My bad. But you want to go with rebuilders, pretenders. Okay, Vinny Lecavalier. He wants to be head scout. He has the learner thingamabob. I mean, what's our staff salary? All right, we have money. Yeah. We do have some decent scouts. We're going to go heavy on the scouting. Maybe someone like this for Finland as well. Klesla? Rostislav Klesla? Yeah. Everyone wants that extra 100K, huh? Always takes the extra 100K. And do we go for Viborny or Patrick Eliash? Both want to be head scouts. He wants to go with pretenders, so that's closer to us. Let's go one more. Jay Beagle. Yeah, some great names. Marek Svatos. Wow, rest in peace. Crazy names out here. All right, so that helps us out a little bit. Our head scout here, Plus. Who's this guy? Martin Plus. He has gems. Increases the discovery of gems by 10%. Cool. Like that. Marlowe is there. Might be time consuming, but you probably won't want to auto scout. No, we won't want to auto scout. But I can assign them already? Ah, okay. Well, we'll take care of that in a sec. So now for the coaches, Pascal Leclerc is our head coach. Love that. 14 overall, 17 on development. Great. Yeah, we need guys who are good with development. Coaching. So looking here, our offense negative 0.4, power play negative 0.6, but development plus 0.7. If we were to fire like Brian Rolston and get someone a little bit better for the offense, who also, someone with 13 offense, sorry, at least 10 offense and 12 dev. Will that be out there? At least 12 dev, someone out here. Normal, like McFarland. Yeah, there's some better coaches out here. Does turning prospect development up impact how likely players are to reach their potential and now how good they get, or only the speed at which they develop? I think it's just the speed at which they develop, unless I'm mistaken. Okay, so Brian Rolston, you're a good guy. Sorry to have to do this to you, but I think we're going to take you out. Brian Rolston out, and now let's go for someone who has good offense and development, especially, who would want to be a coach but not a head coach. This guy Ryan with 12 offense. Yeah. John Tortorella's there too. I was even Guy Boucher, 14 on offense, 15 on development, 14, 13 offense, defense. Yeah, why not? Guy Boucher, let's get him in here. Offer accepted. So that now brings us to 0 on offense. Okay, we got to even. 0.6 defense, negative 0.1 goalie, negative 0.3 power play, negative 0.4 penalty kill, but plus 0.8 development. So if we need to make changes after that, we make changes after that. But we'll start like this. 14, 12, 13 overall coaches. Don't want to scam things. Aaron Asham, our AHL head coach. That's cool. So in the AHL, we want to make sure development is always as high as possible for everybody. Asham, Smithson, Ruskowski. Can we get someone who's a bit better on goalie and development than Ruskowski? Goalie and development for AHL coach. Goalie and development for AHL coach. Goalie and development for AHL coach. Let's see. I need someone in the AHL though. So let's scroll down here. Anybody wants AHL coach? No one would say that. So let's go by overall probably. Hey, Cagney, come on, man. $10. Got to draft well and get all these Bachiagaloops off the roster ASAP. I'm not sure what that is. I could say maybe these Papagallos off the roster. I don't know that word, but I'm in it. Let's go. Thank you, Cagney. $10 donation, which gets you 2 more entries, which adds 2 entries for you to our created player raffle. So every donation that's made gets you entries into our created player raffle. On YouTube, normal entries, 1 for $5 and less, 2 for between $5 and $10, etc. And if it's through the PayPal link in the description, those get doubled. So here through YouTube, 2 entries for you. Thank you very much, kind sir. Appreciate that. And that, yes, 2 more entries for you, as I said. So we fired Ruskowski, who's a 10 overall. We said we want goalie and development. Let's look for someone up here. Maybe 11. Goalie and development. 13 and 10. No. Goalie 12, development 10. 13, goalie 10. Beaupré. Maybe Beaupré. AHL coach for Don Beaupré. That makes it a little bit better here. Development now at plus 0.4. As Beaupré was 10 on development. I think Vasquez was like an 8 or something, right? I can always play with this offline. Just thinking about it. That gives us, yeah, Asham, Beaupré, and Smithson as the 3 coaches. 10, 10, and 10 on development. Arcabello, love that. Mark Arcabello, our head coach in the ECHL in Rome. And then Biscascio, wow. Is this Joshua? Jason Biscascio, yeah. And Jarko, Miles Jarko. 8 rate. Yeah, let's get him out. Let's get a 9. And I guess another 8 has to be in the ECHL. Let's get another 8, but just someone with better development. Let's go heavy on the development. Someone who's an 8. This guy's a 7, but with 13 development. No. I mean, we could. This guy's a 9. Would it be crazy if we signed this guy? 4 on offense, 5 on defense. Eesh. Yeah, that's probably too crazy. 9 with development at 12. Murray, would you want to sign the ECHL? Bob Murray? Declined. Extra a little bit? No, he doesn't want to sign. That's okay. So he needs to find probably an 8. 9, 9, 9. 8's here. Peter Chirel. No, he's AGM. I have to be looking at coaching. My goodness. Sorry, my development for coaching. I'm sorry. Who's an 8 here? 9s, all 9s. Couple of 8s with 11 in development. All right. 9. This guy's a bit. Yeah, these are some tough guys, but what are you going to do for an ECHL coach, right? All right, so that brings the ECHL to plus 1.1 on dev. That's nice. And there you go. Gavin, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hey, Data and chat. Hope everyone is doing well this evening. Yes, we are, my friend. Hope you're feeling just the same. Glad to have you on board. Appreciate you dropping in to say hello. So there's the coaching staff, the coaching staffs, I guess you could say, for us. Our AGM is Gotch, Sasha Gotch. So 3 of those specialties, we'll keep those. I don't even need to really touch much there. Specialties that are active look really good to me. We made a little change in the coaching staff, hiring Guy Boucher. Welcome to Palermo, my friend. And then the medical staff, recovery and prevention, those look pretty good. Bombardier. Who's this? Bombardier. Brad Bombardiero Crocodilo. Bombardier. Bombardier. Okay, I think we're good to go. Now, I can assign prospects, but where's the scouting screen that comes up on the left? Is that not here in HLM 26, or am I missing something? Is that Jim Carrey of Vesna fame as our head of player development? It is Jim Carrey. Yes, it is. Wow, the famous Jim Carrey. That's crazy. If you know, you know. Yes. Am I missing a screen? Or waivers development prospects? Is it here? Or is it just you have to go to staff? And then assign individually. Select each scout to assign them. Okay, so plus, assign prospects. He's in the rest of the world. So we can go anywhere, right? Yeah. Remind me, I haven't done manual scouting in a little while. Rest of the world means you can go anywhere, correct? Or would it be better to scout players who aren't in leagues? Kind of like this, right? Prospects already scouted. See what I'm saying? So McArdle, he's in Canada. Yeah. So that's fine. He's 16th for the rest of the world, so a good place for him. For sure, yeah. But why is he scouting? Like, how come these 2 guys aren't being scouted by the Canadian scout? Or is it just, it's being scouted by nationality, right? It's not scouting by league, it's scouting by nationality. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, a bit of a learning curve here, sorry. And then Americans, this guy's 14, that's good. Lettinen is in Finland with 14, that's good. Canada with 14, that's good. In Sweden with 14, that's good. Sweden, Finland, Russia, Australia, they're scouting guys who aren't worth it. Got it. So Sweden, Finland, Russia, starting with Finland. Don't tell me you're scouting anyone that's a waste, right? Okay, good. So these guys all make sense. Our top guy in Sweden looks good as well. How's the other guy in Sweden looking? The other guy in Sweden, same thing, down to 335. That's fine. Hey, HackMac, welcome to the stream. Another one of our HLMers on board. Appreciate you dropping in and saying hello. You don't usually need multiple scouts in those countries. So, like, let's say the first scout in Russia is fine. The second scout in Russia is scouting till 210. Okay, that's good. What about the second scout in Finland? Is that doing too much in Finland? Yeah, so the second guy in Finland can go somewhere else. He's also good at Sweden. So if we move him to Sweden, how do we move him again? Hold on. Assign prospects. Oh, it's up here, right? Yes. I tell you go to Sweden, and I want you to scout. Who can I see? I can't see who's already being scouted, though, right? Starting from 354. Now, it's not even worth it, 354. Bot won't make a huge difference until all your scouts have a 15 or higher rating. Gotcha. Hey, Cheating Heel, welcome aboard. We are starting our Draft to Glory series with the Palermo Portobellos on Hockey Legacy Manager 26. So we're fixing up our scouts and our staff and all that, and then we'll be able to get started. So we don't need another guy in Finland. So maybe we fire Koivu. Let's get someone else who's better at a different area of the world. Damien Brunner is doing Canada with an 8. So we're going to fire him too. So let's hire someone for Russia has 2. Czech has 2. Let's hire someone for the rest of the world, maybe, because the rest of the world has a lot of prospects, right? Yeah, let's hire someone for rest of the world. Someone who's good in rest of the world. Scouting, world. This guy's at 12 as a scout and 14 there. Sure, Vaborny. We were thinking about him there before too. Vaborny's on board. There he is. He's in the rest of the world. Sorry. Auto assign. No, they sent him to Finland. I don't want you in Finland. I want you in the rest of the world. World. Starting from where? There we go. Starting from here. All right, so he's going to scout all these guys down to 256. No, even 266. Good. Okay. Prospects updated. Good. He's there. Who's left to be scouted? Do we need another American scout? Yeah, I would think another American scout, right? For sure. Oh, wait. Do we already have another American? Oh, there. Oshie is there. Canada, rest of the world, and US tend to have the most prospects worth scouting. Makes sense. TJ Oshie on our staff. That's cool, too. Yeah, let's continue in the States. Let's get another scout who's good for the States. Hire staff. USA. Lombardi. AGM, though. No. Scouting. Vincent Le Cavalier. Ben voyons. Ah ouais, Vincent. Viens ici, mon ami. Viennica. All right, let's go, Vincent. You're going to the US, les États-Unis. Starting from where? Starting from Lang. So from 191 all the way down to 258. Good. How about this guy in Canada? Is this guy okay? The second guy in Canada, is he surviving? Is that enough? Oh, no, of course not. We need another one in Canada. What am I saying? So maybe this guy in Russia leaves. The second guy in Russia from 163. Or the second guy in Finland, in Sweden starts from 135. No, we need that. And the Cavalier, I started you from where? From 191. Maybe better to get someone else in Canada. So we don't need a second in the US. We need a second in Canada. Good thing the Cavalier is just as good as Canada. Welcome aboard, Mr. Casual Gamer. Usually I go with just one each for Sweden, Finland, Russia, and then a few for Canada, USA, and World. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to tweak our system. These guys will also develop in the regions you assign them to each year. So starting with smaller number of scouts with higher ratings is good. Then you can boost with specialties from the head scout. Wonderful. I like to hear that. So sorry, Vincent. I'm going to actually send you to Canada. And you're going to start from 63. And yeah, there's a lot in Canada. Might need even a fourth in Canada. All the way to 87. We need another in Canada, I think. That's 1, 2, 3 in Canada. Either Carlson or Petrov would have to go then. So Carlson starts at 163. Sorry, Petrov starts at 163. Carlson at 135. So Petrov out another. We'll fire this guy. And we'll hire a scout who's better in Canada. Also decent high rating. I guess we'll just go for Barry. No, Stevens is just a scout. So Scott Stevens. Let's get an old legend on the staff. Scott Stevens. In Canada. L'Italien. We need l'Italien. The Italian. Ooh, having a hard time clicking here. That goes down to 124. We're still missing guys from 126 onward, which I don't like. We have 3 in the rest of the world. Maybe Vaborny. Viborny starts at 176. Patrick Elias starts at 92. So 176 onward or 89, 126. Yeah. This is a tough situation here to be in. So Viborny, who we just signed you for the rest of the world, might actually have to move you to Canada, it looks like. Oops. Canada. And where's that starting from? Santos? Yeah, Santos. All right. We get to 182 like that. All right, so that'll be our scouting. Whew, sorry, that took some time. Odd man, welcome to the stream. That took some time. Scouting is set. Medical staff's okay. Coaching is set as well. Directors and blah, blah, blah. Active specialties. Do we have any more XP with the specialty tree yet already? No, everyone's at 0 XP. That's fine. Okay. Now I think we're okay to send to the preseason, right? Carey Price is out for 5,000 more days. We just have to sign some random players to fill out the lineup here. So let's just sign some randos. 50 overall guys who we can just assign to a 1-year deal. Actually, yeah, like 52-year-old Nikolai Habibulin. Wonderful. We have a lot of money. We have a ton of cap space. I don't know what, did they make it go to the cap floor? I don't know. But let's go 1 year, 15.405 million for Nikolai Habibulin. Let's go, Fukufuji. Yes, of course. Let's go 1 year, 10 point whatever million. Hey, thanks for the sub, my friend. Welcome to this channel. Hit that bell to be notified when all the live streams come your way. Live streams, franchise modes, career sims, Detroit Red Wings career, franchise mode next episode, the postseason coming out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you, buddy. Jaromir Jagr, of course, we have signed Jaromir Jagr to, let's give you a $19 million deal. 19.1, give you the max. Okay, let's just advance a few days here. All those contracts are accepted. How many contracts do we really need to sign aside from this? Go to lineup. Yeah, your Senator's legend, of course. This is fine, right? This is fine. We don't really care about this at all. Okay, so now we can just sim through this year, right? The scouts have been set. We can check in with the scouts later on. Some new interface here in the calendar, which I'd love to see. All these guys on waivers, we're not claiming any of them. How bad are some of these losses going to be? 8-0 loss, 16-1 loss. Yeah, I'll be a bit busy here at the beginning of the year. Will we win a game? Get your predictions in. What will the record of this team be in year number 1? Draft to glory. What will the lines? What will the record be when it's all said and done? Zero wins, says Cagney. Could it be? All right, now time for training. Actually, we have no training to do. What am I saying? Shafesi Productions, welcome to the stream. 10 wins. I'm optimistic. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I think we can get 1. I'm gonna say we end with 3. How about that? We end with 3 wins. So the lineup is fine. Do I have to send down the extra players? Yes. So roster moves. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, those are our guys. I thought the game gave me good players. All the extra players. You're going to Bologna. The Bologna Balonies are going to have all these guys added to them. Wait, hold on. Not Jaeger. And not Fukufuji. I don't want to send down Fukufuji. Halverson can go down. I want Habibulin and Fukufuji to stay. So you're going down. Actually, no. Yeah, sure. Gruden's going to go down. And Halverson's going to go down. Yes. Hobbsy says 3. Fintan says 14 wins. Okay. Oh, you're icy. I changed my name. Yes, of course. Welcome back. Glad to hear from you. Are you allowed to trade existing players for picks? No. Players we draft, we can trade for picks. But here, whoever we've gotten in the expansion draft, no, we cannot trade them for picks. Unless we want to change that rule, but I think to make it as challenging as possible, that's what I'd prefer. Okay. No. Sorry. Cancel. Best lines. There we go. We're ready. Jaromir Jagr. There's a healthy scratch ready to go. Actually, no, I'm going to put him in the lineup as first line right wing and lock him there. Nice try, game. I was thinking in my EA mind. Jiggle says 8 wins, 862 and 10. We'll see. Oh, Rosh has got to head out. Sorry, the comment wasn't popping up. Got to head out. I'll catch us on the video. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you for all the thoughts that you're able to add throughout. At least all these guys will be eating well while losing all their games. Yes. 862 and 12. Can't math. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jiggles. 862 and 12. All right. Let's get in the calendar and sim through this year. Then we can find out what we want to do starting into next episode as we'll wrap up. As we're getting close to the hour mark here. Episode number 0 is always kind of like that. We'll start wrapping it up soon enough. And let's hope for some good luck in the draft lottery. Icy says 11 wins, winning 11, 66 and 5. All right. Carter Hart on waivers. I don't think so. Nice try. Won't get me. All right. Best lines for everybody. Everybody clearing waivers. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Still going, man. 9-2 loss, 11-2 loss, 8-0 loss. Hugh McGinn out for 6 months. Goodbye. We'll go see a game. Let me know which game you want us to go see. We'll go see maybe 1 or 2 games, right? I could disable waivers. Yeah, you're right. But it's just that should be done by like the start of the year. We'll just get through all that, right? I hope so. If not, then that's getting annoying. We'll disable it. Let's send down. Who has to send down here? Why do I have to send somebody down? Because Olsen is healthy. Is that why? Okay. Studnicka, you're going down then. Simple as that. And Lindbaum, you're going to go down. Breezeball's going to be back soon, and they're going to ask me to do more stuff. Actually, I didn't click on it right. Okay, whatever. At least in this game, there's more long-term injuries in which it makes it more realistic. Unlike EA. Oh, sometimes there's some long-term injuries in EA. There's some tough ones. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. All right, to the All-Star breaker. So let's see. Waivers. Eric Comrie on waivers. New. Hey, there's a 5-4 win. Wow. New Winnipeg Jets starter, Eric Comrie. There's a win against the Avalanche, no less. How do we beat the Avs? 13-3 loss. Best lines. 9-0 loss. Too many waivers. I'm getting close here. Lucchini, good Italian boy. 11-3 loss. We were 1-9. I can't believe we beat the Avalanche 5-4. Not even that we won, that we scored 5 goals. Didn't have enough faith. No. Matthew Schaefer may very well make Team Canada. Yeah. Man, there's this many waivers. Okay, that's enough. Best lines. Stop the sim. Stop the sim, please. I said stop the sim. Best lines. I can't even get to stop simulation before another guy pops up on waivers. All right, we're 1-19-0. If the sim would stop here, please. What happened? Don't tell me we're glitched here now. Because I'm pressing stop while things are going on. Is this frozen now? Now what do I have to do? Do I have to reopen it? At least that doesn't mean you have to end the stream when I'm doing it from my computer. Give me a second here. That's annoying. Sorry about that. Let me fix this here. One moment, please, here behind the scenes. Close the window. If the game will even let me. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I can't get out full screen. Okay, close window. I'm out. Good. Yes, we did have autosave set. Okay. HLM 26. Open this back up. And we're back in November. Okay. Thank you for your patience. We're back to being 111 and 0 now instead. Window there. Okay. Thank you for your patience. We're back. And I'm turning the waivers off. That's what I'm doing. Waivers. Where am I going to find that? Just general? Or trade no notifications? Yeah, waiver notifications turned off. Off. Great. Thank you. Calendar. Good. Yeah, at least we don't lose that one win. Okay, continue simulating, please. Best lines. There we go. Let's see the speed that this game always boasts. There it is. Best lines, best lines, best lines. There we go. There's the speed that we love to see. 16-2. Yeah, look at these lost 9-0, 8, 14-3. Happy Bullen, you're okay. 17-1, 11-1. We'll go see one of these games. Let me know what game you want to go see. Name a team and we'll go see one. Here we go. World Junior time. Time to select our players. Not sure if there's many, but here they are. Sam Dickinson? What? Sam Dickinson's Italian? And Landon Zupon? Oh, no. Hey, it's showing me the select players. DeLuca, Torchio, Giordani, Dal, Abate. 15-year-old. Bologna killing it in the AHL, I'm sure. Yeah, Bologna. Edit lines. Not much to edit. I mean, they just gave me other random players, I guess. Okay. Yeah, how are we doing in the AHL here? AHL, we are 12, 8, and 3. How about that? Yeah, international management, also a thing. Okay, let's go see the Avalanche, who we beat. Let's go see them again later in the season. In Colorado, February 21st. Best lines for everybody. World Juniors time. Yeah, let's fly through it. Yeah, you're out for a month. Happens. Adam Ernie's healthy. Cool. Let's see that big Italy World Junior Championship. Let's do it. Who will our rivals be in this series? Can't wait to see. Russia wins the World Junior Championship. How about that? Russia gold. Hey, Italy got promoted. What? Italy goes 7-0 in Division 2 to get promoted into into the World Juniors. Woo! Wow. Okay. That's ridiculous. Italy gets promoted, beating out France, Austria, Great Britain, and Latvia. The data plan is in action. Yeah, we go 7-0 plus 35 goal differential. I'm shocked. Thank you very much. Who was the Skvortsov? Skvortsov was player of the tournament for the 2027 draft. Forza Italia. Wow. Okay. So next year in year number 1 of our series, we'll be able to see Italy in the World Juniors and try to avoid relegation. I can't wait to watch that. Wow, that's perfect timing. Thank you, Universe. Yeah, that's a real prospect as well. Yes. Forgot about that. Okay. Jaeger's healthy. Welcome back. 3 straight losses to Vegas, 11-4, 14-0, and 16-1. Cool. They outscore us like 30 or 40-1. World Cup decision time. World Juniors done. Now time for the World Cup. Yeah, no problem. Just go according to overall, unfortunately, right now. Okay, a couple more. Yeah, yes, yes. I think that's everybody, right? Yes. Okay. Submit. Done. Just like the entire core of the young guys, yeah. Could consider adjusting scouting around now. Sure, yeah. Okay, staff. How we looking here, everybody? Right, maybe we should probably look at the prospects, actually. What are we learning about these guys, and who do we want to know more about, right? So we're going to definitely have a top pick, whether it's Gavin McKenna, Verhoff, Rubrick, Stenberg, whoever it might be. We're definitely going to have some real picks, real top picks here. We want to make sure we know as much as possible about these guys. Like, where is Ivar Stenberg? He's playing where? Oh, because that league doesn't exist in what we're doing. So how do we scout him? Just our Swedish scout gets him? Yeah. Okay. So Canada, make sure we're focusing on him. Blah, blah, blah. What for nationalities that we don't have, right? That's just in the rest of the world. Yeah. Swedish scouts get him. Gotcha. Well, I'm looking forward to the generated Italian prospects. So yeah, they're doing the right thing with these guys. Now, okay, is it because it's auto that they keep doing like that? It's kind of not like all straight down. It's just kind of randomized like that. Yeah, we kind of have a sense with the real world guys for sure. These guys later on, we want to make sure that we know what's going on with them, right? Like McKenna, we know who McKenna is for sure. Want to know more about him? Can we learn more about Gavin McKenna? I mean, yeah, there's probably still a bit more to learn about him. Yeah, players do rise and fall quite a bit as well. Like, what would we do here? Like, we look at the scouting, and what would you want to do here exactly? Just kind of adjust, like press auto assign again. Now I kind of mess up whatever we had going. Like Stevens and all those Canadian guys we gave him. Now the game kind of just did its own thing. Like whatever we did had been undone. Now as the years gone on, you know, like the risers will want to check out them. These crazy risers, we can scout them. That'll be fun. So maybe I'll do that. The primary scout can do whatever, and the secondary scout can look at the risers, like Patrick Eliash. Let's go ahead and take you away from looking at this guy at 705 and 507. Let's take you out from those guys. Yeah, don't waste your time on these guys here. Instead, I want you to scout some of these interesting guys. Anything in 280, 294, 234. That's interesting. Okay, scout those guys. Going through it, unassigning, then reassigning myself. It takes some. Yeah, I'm okay with taking some time to do things like that. I'm not gonna go crazy, but we'll take some time. For the second scout, or the last scout, like let the computer do what it wants for the other ones, but for the last guy who's kind of like an extra. So Scott Stevens here, 172. Okay, 2AD with red potential. Let's take him out. Instead, let's look at a big riser. Up 442 ranks at 217. That's interesting. Set that assignment. Carlson there in Sweden. Where are the big risers? Hang on. First, okay, 920. Okay, don't waste your time in the 900s. What are you doing, man? That's what we're going in manually for. Enforcer at 368. No, I'll take that out. Okay. We don't have a lot of picks in year one either, right? We only have our own picks. We can't trade for more picks, really. We have nothing to really trade with. Might as well do all those guys. And just number in general. These guys are all being scouted already. Let's scout this guy. This guy. This guy we took out. Plus 130. Let's scout him. Plus 66. We'll scout him. And 509. We'll scout him. All right. There you go. This is the fun part. This is what we're going to have to do in a draft to glory. A lot of our series is going to be scouting, making sure we're finding those gems. In Russia, we'll come back. This will be the last one, then we'll come back after if we need to do some more. Ooh, like, what are you doing here? Like, why is the game scouting those guys? Like, what could HLM do to fix that, I wonder? Actually, offensive defenseman, let's keep him scouted. Never know. Nabokov. Okay. Okay, I have a couple spots open. Any big growers? Yeah, plus 636 and at 272 and 291. Righty, lefty. Let's do that. Scout some overagers. True, some guys will be able to make it a little sooner, right? Yeah, we'll do that later on. Let's go back to the calendar and we'll get back to that. How you develop your approach will probably be better than mine. Well, we'll learn. We learn together. We are 253 and 0. All right, let's get to that game against the Avalanche. Yes. What happened here? World Cup edition. Meet the players. Okay, thanks. I love that HLM added the ability to click a button and go back to wherever you are in the calendar. Fukufuji, there he is. Playing for Team Japan. Well done. USA wins the World Cup, by the way. 10 wins is still possible. Yes, we're 253 and 0. So, like, for example, if you're all the way up here and you want to go to where you are, just press today and it brings you there. I had suggested that to HLM and they did it. So it feels really good to see that they actually listen to what you say, right? Let's do the play-by-play. Here we go. Palermo versus Colorado. Yeah, we're getting bombarded but we're 1-9 our last 10 games, actually. So let's play it. This is the new interface for when a game gets simulated on HLM 26. A big improvement from 25. I like it a lot. Lehkonen opens it up for McKinnon and Natchez. Can we just get one goal? That would be nice, right? That would be all I would like. McKinnon's 35th from Natchez and Malinsky. 2-0 Avs. Let's go, you Portobellos. Portobellos. Jagger game winner, calling it. Ross Colton's 19th from Devon Tays. Make it 4 goals on 8 shots as McKinnon gets his second. Are we still in the first period? No, we're in the second. No, yeah, we are in the first period. 5-0. 5 goals on 10 shots. Brock Nelson with his 20th. This is going to be a bloodbath here. One of the only teams we beat this season is taking it out on us now. 6-0 by the end of the first period. Natchez is 17th of the year. We have 7 shots. It's only 14-7 in the shots, but 7-0 now. Nichushkin gets another. I wonder what the plus minuses are on this team. 8-0 Nichushkin with his second. Are we allowed to trade players we drafted for more draft picks? Yes. Not the players we drafted in the expansion draft, but players who we draft in the entry draft. Can we then trade them for more draft picks? Yes, we can. Landeskog, just his 4th of the year. Wow. Now 10-0. Okay, so the game can't really handle double digits. Okay, maybe not 10, but 11 it can. Back to a 1 and a 1. Not even halfway through this game, and it's 11-0. Can we get to 22-0? 11-0 for the Avalanche. Not even halfway through this game. 12-0. We're going to have a historic matchup here. 12-0 Avs with 8 minutes to go. 13-0 Avs. 20th goal of the year for Ross Colton. Who are going to be the 3 stars in this one? This is a bamboozlement. 14-0 with 5 minutes to go in the second period. The second doesn't really fit though, eh? Sometimes the things don't fit on the screen. McKinnon, is that a hat trick now for McKinnon? 37th on the year. Jagger scores 1 goal. Book it. 26-game heater incoming. Can't wait. Yes, there it is. McCartney, from Dunn and Fix-Wolansky, his first point of the year. 15-1. We break the shutout. What an embarrassment for the Avalanche. Colton gets another hat trick. Scores 1 goal. Book it. Maybe not in this game though. Yeah, maybe not. 17-1 now. 26-game heater incoming. SRD. Let's do it. 17-0. Are we gonna hold off the 22-goal pace? No, yes, we will. Just 18. 18-1 the final. That's our biggest loss of the season. Not even the final. Yes, the final. 2 goals and 6 points from Chuskin. 2 goals and 6 points from Nelson. 6 assists from Cale Makar. Wow. What a night. All right, let's get out of here. That might be our biggest loss of the season. 18-1. What's our goal difference? Negative 499 goal differential. Adam Ernie has 14 goals and 26 points. All right, let's keep it going. Okay. Back to the calendar. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and save while I'm here. Some adjustments for the slow sim. Am I being sarcastic? Or are you saying in terms of how we do with speed and things like that? Okay, let's another few more weeks here. Actually, did we just come off a win? Is that what it was? Yeah, we're not making any trades here at the deadline, so no need to do anything. We can just go straight through it. Not sarcastic at all, yeah. Okay, March 22nd now. Let's go back to the scouting. Let's look at Stevens in particular. The guys that he was on. Learn anything about these guys? Ish. I want the potential overall. That's what I want. But it's hard to get much from these guys. When do we have potential overall popping up? Like when you look at the prospects, no one's. Is that only at the draft itself? Yeah, let's look for the overagers now. We said we were going to do that. So back to the staff. Rest of the world from Patrick Eliash. These guys look interesting. Offensive defenseman. High potential. Okay. Matchek will take out. Well, he's a high riser. I mean, do we need to keep scouting him a bit more? How long are scouting assignments really, right? When you set a scout on a prospect, how long does it take for them to be actually scouted? Okay, let's go back to the calendar then. When we come up later in the year, but you need at least 15 for scout rating. Gotcha. Okay, let's go to the end of the year, and we'll do more off-season. Or, yeah. Sodium atom. Yes, HLM. Absolutely. 1 month injury for Habibulin. Might be out for the year at this point. Gotcha, Cagney. 2 wins on the year. Can we get one more before the end here? 13-2 loss. 16-1 loss. And now here we are, 279-0. I said 3 wins. Could this be the one? Last game of the year against the 29. Where's the record? 29-48-4 Chicago Blackhawks. Could this be the game? Last game of the year. Next year we'll have some drafted prospects on this team, so that's something at least. Lafferty makes it 1-0. Most optimal way to scout? Saw it on Reddit. Oh yeah, I'll have to do some research on that. I think I have the general understanding of scouting. It's been a while since I've done it, but it's coming back to me. Like, what's the best way? I have to look that up. Rempal makes it a 1-goal game. All right, 2-1 Blackhawks. We have life here, but Dickinson gets it back to 3-1 now. 2-goal cushion restored for the Blackhawks. 3-1 Chicago with 3 minutes to go in the first period. Shots 15-9, but we're holding our own, in Chicago. We're flying back to Italy tonight. It's going to be a nice offseason ahead. Can't wait for the draft. Godin makes it his 9th of the year, and it's once more a 1-goal game. Palermo is in it. The Portobellos are here. And then Frank Nazar with his 19th, Bedard's 40th assist of the year. Halfway through this game, and we find ourselves down by 2, better than down by 18, but there's Nazar's 20th, and that makes it, it's Jover. Yeah, I think that's it, sadly. That's a good way to frame it. 2 goals was nice, though. Is that our only game of, besides our 1 win, where we scored two goals of the year? Were there any other games where we scored more than 2 goals? Or even more than 1 goal, really? Teams want to spend the summer running up and down Mount Etna. No problem. Hey, back. Only 50 minutes behind. No problem. Welcome back, Mr. Brian Michalak. Another one of our channel members in here. All right, so we were in it, and Letary gets a goal as well. We were in it, but this one's going to end with a 5-goal cushion probably or so for the Blackhawks. They've pulled away in a big way. Shots 44-24 now, and they'll win this one 8-3 the final. We got some goals at least, 3 goals. And we end the season with a record of 279-0. What happened this year? Adam Ernie, 20 goals and 39 points. That's cool. Mason Shaw, 33 points. Jaromir Jagr, 8 points in 39 games. That's nice. I guess he was injured, yeah. And goaltending, Nikolai Habibulin allows 256.94 goals above expected. He did get the 2 wins. That's nice. He hadn't played in the NHL since 13-14. And here he is in 2025-26. Well done to Nikolai Habibulin. And Fukufuji allowed 175.72 goals above expected. Not bad. Habibulin with 9.64 goals against average. Fukufuji 14.05. A 692 save percentage. Habibulin with a 788. Also booking a flight. Oh, wow. Okay. Where are you going, Hobbsy? I said 3. My first thought was 2, but glad you've been able to listen in the background at the same time. And let's see the standings now. What's your opinion on this year's game? It's a little better, but I wish they wouldn't went more in depth with developing. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I haven't gotten too deep into HLM 26, but I really like what I'm seeing so far, I have to say. More to do for sure, but I like it. So 280-0, sorry, was our final record, not 279. 280-0, negative 724 goal differential. So we scored 147 goals in 82 games, but allowed 871. Our power play at 7.9% was likely the lowest in the league. Yes, by quite a bit. And our penalty kill was 56.7, also the worst. Home for Christmas, yes. Okay, yeah, you told me about that. I forgot. Negative 724. Oh my goodness. Ending the year on a 27 game losing streak. All right. So now we can go to the scouts one more time, possibly, before we get to simming towards the draft, and we'll call it an episode. Anything we want to do here in Sweden? Yeah. 819, 740. These guys, get these guys out. These guys are all being scouted. That's good. Let's make sure all of these guys are getting scouted as much as possible. Okay. Good. Set that there. Oshie in the U.S. They say your goalie is your best penalty killer. Take these guys out in the U.S. Good. Yeah, let's give ourselves some more options. Who are we going to scout with Oshie? Nap. All these guys can get scouted by Oshie. Zimmerman plus 229. We scouted him a little bit. Offensive defenseman. A couple of offensive defensemen. This guy negative 207, though. Maybe he'd be interesting. Anyone else who are scouts? Yeah, let's go to the other U.S. scouts. I think there's other silly guys being scouted. Stephen Weiss. Just this guy. Yeah, Miller. So let's scout one of the overagers. Yeah, 19 years old. Cowan. There's some 20-year-olds. Maybe Sisson, actually. Yes. 19.7 years old. Cowan plus 200 in the ranks, though. Can't scout everybody, though. All right. Actually, no, Stephen Weiss was going in Canada. Where's the other U.S. guy? Do we have one guy in the U.S.? No, it can't be. Did somebody get moved? Oh, no, he's Canadian scouting in the U.S. Oh, I'm blind. Okay. What else for Finland? Well, Finland. Let's take these guys out. Keep scouting the important guys a bit more. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Up to 210. And that might be it. Russia. Some of the overagers in Russia, maybe. 20 in here. 197. That could be interesting. Hold on. First. Any randos? 563. Actually, I wanted Nabokov to get scouted. This guy wanted to get scouted too, so I haven't learned about him. No. Who's our other Russian scout? Do I have one in Russia? Send a scout to scout all the Italians. I wish I knew where they were. Well, in the rest of the world, right? But do we see any of them? I don't see any Italians. Here's DeLuca. Okay, he's being scouted. Aside from that, don't see anybody, right? That's like our World Junior team. Empty. So DeLuca's being scouted. We could use the other guy. Yeah, that guy in Russia. So Cluster, the only guy there. So I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit. I don't think we'll be picking at 10. So I'm going to say, Fyodorov, I'm going to take you out. I don't think we're picking at 10. So let's try and do this strategically. And this guy's who we want to scout. Yeah, one of the overagers. Oh, you can search by nation? Can you? I thought it was only location, like this. Or you're saying like, oh, okay, sort by nation like that. Hold on. Let's go to plus. Plus, who's scouting anybody silly? No. Not too much. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Who are the Italians here? It's just DeLuca, and he's being scouted. Great. That's fine. I find it's going a little bit slow here. My mouse might be lagging a little. All right, let's get towards the draft and end off this episode now. Busier than I thought it would be for an introductory app, but a lot to do. Sim to playoffs now. Here we go. There are all the different matchups here in the 2026 postseason. Sim to the awards. All the scouting is getting done. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. We're going to let a lot of guys go in free agency. Here's one thing I got to think about Draft to Glory. Playing a prospect in the NHL might hurt them, right? Might stunt their growth. But I guess that's just what we have to do in years 1 and 2, or like the first few years. If we need them to be playing, we can only play them and our guys from the expansion draft. So those guys can't stay forever. The Winnipeg Jets are 2026 NHL Stanley Cup champions. Iowa wins in the AHL, Moncton in the Q, North Bay in the O, Edmonton in the Dub, Wheeling in the ECHL, North Dakota in the NCAA, and the Kazan in the KHL. Is that what it is? Yeah, it could make it a bit tricky with development. Yeah, none of our stats actually, but okay. There you go. So Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions. Going to the awards now. Reveal all, not a big deal. Let's see. Connor Hellebuyck with a 937 save percentage wins the Conn Smythe. Pastrnak with 133 points, Hart Trophy. McDavid 135 points is the Art Ross Trophy. Calder to Demidov. Rocket to Pastrnak with 69 goals. Could probably sign the super old FAs to keep developing some guys if we wanted to. Okay, we'll keep it in mind. Kucherov 85 assists. James Norris to McAvoy. Paul Coffey to Hedman. Selke to McDavid. Vezina, third straight year to Hellebuyck. And then stars of the week, all that good stuff. World Junior MVP, blah, blah, blah. Marco Sturm, Jack Adams. All right. Let's keep going up here. Retirement. Any of our players retiring? Awards we saw. Habibulin, maybe? Yeah, Habibulin, Price, Yager, and Fukufuji are all retiring. No problem. And now here's the moment we've all been waiting for, the draft lottery. Here we go, ladies and by far, right, the favorites. But here we go. Do we get to keep the first overall pick? Either way, we're getting a great pick, but do we get first overall? Here we go. Start the lottery. Islanders, yes, no big jumps here. Islanders, Devils, Ducks, Blues, Flames, Kraken. All right, no big changes in the top 10. Habibulin is going to allow 296 more goals than expected. I don't think it'll help us much anyways. Buffalo. Detroit drops. Oh, goodness. Don't tell me. Hopefully they didn't win the first overall pick. Somebody won something, though. Rangers, Islanders, Blackhawks, Penguins, Sharks. Okay, so we have a guaranteed top 3 pick. Did we drop from 1 to 2, or did somebody jump up? Palermo drops 2. Come on. Utah jumps 7 and Philadelphia jumps 1. Palermo dropping to 3rd overall. What a scam. All right, sim to the draft. And now here we are at the draft. So now our big question will be, at least we can drop to 4. Our big questions, I guess you could say, will be looking at the prospects here. Maybe it's a blessing. Maybe we don't want Gavin McKenna. But then Verhoff would have been a good one at number 2. All right. So the question is, if Gavin McKenna is going first, most likely, are we looking at Verhoff as our cornerstone defenseman? Ryan Rubrick as a centerman as well, center sniper. Stenberg, winger playmaker. Projected top 3. Could he drop to, the scouts have him at 4. Yeah, potential overall for a lot of guys, at least. That's good. Our picks after that, I don't know exactly what number our selections are. Stenberg or Ryan? Yeah, that'll be a question for us to think about. Rubrick, Stenberg, even Reed as an offensive defenseman is very interesting. Potential overall guys later on. We'll have like an Aram Olsen. Aram Olsen could be our second round guy. We could trade picks to move up and to move down, whatever it is, but we can only make pick trades, really. So there are some potential overall guys who are standing out to us later in the draft. Yeah, some good guys into even like 90s. Yeah, okay. But where would we be going with our first pick? That is the biggest question. Yeah, throw a few darts, see what happens. if we could acquire some 7th round picks, like if we were to trade like a 4th for 3 7ths or something, that might go a long way as well. We can look into doing that. So that'll be the big question for next episode, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a date yet. I'm thinking we'll do every Friday, maybe every Friday, question mark. I'm going to make it official soon. Keep it on the Discord server, the schedule in the announcements tab there. That will keep you apprised of all of our dates. Tuesdays are MLB The Show 25 with the Blue Jays. I'm thinking Friday for HLM, maybe Wednesdays or Thursdays for NHL, our new series, which will start hopefully this time around next week. So next week might be 3 streams for you. So yeah, gonna get busy on the live streams for sure. And Red Wings franchise mode on NHL 26 coming your way tomorrow as well. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Much love. Leave any of your suggestions down here in the comments on YouTube or over in the Discord server, link in the description. As I said, this series, yes, I'm making the final decision, and yes, I might have to override whatever once in a while, but really 99% of the decisions in our series here on the channel come from all of you, the assistant general managers, in the comments, in the live streams, and all of that. So leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think we should do. And if you want any information on different players, things you want me to click on, tell you stuff that you don't see on the stream, let me know. I'll reply to you in a comment. Every single comment always gets replied to. So I'll do my best to get you the information that you need. Go Bellows. Yes, not Bellows. It's with the apostrophe. Yes, go Bellows for the Portobellos. Excited to see how this goes, as am I. Great start. Thank you, everyone, for the support to kick off this one. Like it. You can hype it even now on YouTube. So give it a like, give it a hype, and let's get this series started for episode number 1, which will be the actual beginning of this series once we can draft our players. Episode number 1 will be the 2026 offseason and likely even the 2026-27 season. And I think we'll stop with the draft again. So we'll probably do offseason, season, playoffs per episode. And then if there's no playoffs, well, then there you go. All right. So I'll end it off there. Everyone have yourselves a lovely rest of your evening, a great weekend ahead. Thanks for being here. It was a fun time. I look forward to what this series will bring. And we'll be talking very soon, especially in the Discord server. Thank you to our brand new 2 channel members as well. And that'll be it for this one. Yeah. All right. Excited to get this series started. Thanks for being here and have a great night. Buonasera.